The number one secret of the wealthy, and it's not what you think. Life insurance. You're taught to insure your house, your car, your life, your apartment, but you're not taught how to insure your money. Now, the life industry gets a bad rap, and the reason why is because people aren't using them properly. The fact is, not everybody needs a life insurance policy. I think everybody needs insurance on their life, but does everybody need a cash value life insurance policy? No. It's based on the person and their goals. So I'm going to share with you today, as I always do on my channel, on how I use these tools within the financial space to build wealth for my family. I use cash value life insurance. Now, if you're new to my channel, I invented what's called Capital DR, and I'll explain this. So it's C, cash flow, A, appreciation, P, protection, which we're going to talk about today, L, which is leverage, and you should always be de-risking, de-risking, de-risking. Why? Because this is what markets look like. There's a winner, there's a loser. It goes up and it goes down. So what I do is I de-risk. Okay, in other videos, we'll talk about my cash flow strategy, but we're going to focus on protection today. And I use cash value life insurance. Okay, so I use life insurance, and this is why I use it. Okay, number one is principal protection. Okay, rule number one, don't lose money. Rule number two, follow rule number one, Warren Buffett, principal protection. Okay, number two is leverage. This is where it gets really exciting and how I fulfill my Capital DR strategy. And number three, market-like returns. Okay. Now, here's the thing, is there's another component, permanent life insurance. Okay. Life insurance. So my family has permanent life insurance. Okay. I'm getting market-like returns. I can leverage, which that's a component I'm going to talk about. Okay. And I have principal protection. There is a floor on my principal. Okay. So let's go back here. So if I take my cash flow and I buy assets, okay, and my assets go up, most people try to catch the top. I'm exiting on the way up, pulling profits. For example, I'm heavy in cryptocurrency. I pull profits, boom. I de-risk out into defense, life insurance. Okay, so imagine I pull out $300,000. Okay, and I take 100 grand and I max fund my policy. Okay, so what I just did is I took money out of the offensive side, a market that goes up and down, this goes up and down, and I pulled it into something that has a middle ground to it, defense. I bring it down to my cash value life insurance. I add $100,000 to my life insurance, and the beautiful part about that, let's say a couple years down the road, you're stacking, or within the first year, say I can leverage 60% of that. And now remember, this 100,000, this is the secret of the wealthy, is still in the markets compounding, guys. This is important. It's inside the life insurance, getting market-like returns, and now I can borrow OPM from the bank, the insurance company, at 5%. So if I borrow $60,000 at 5% from the insurance company, this $100,000 is still in there compounding. So if I borrow at 5 and the market's making 8%, I'm still making 3% on the 60,000 that I took out. Okay? So then now I'm taking 60,000 out of the insurance company's money with no liquidation risk like crypto or other assets. Okay, there's no liquidation risk. This is now a loan against my death benefit. Okay, so I could take the $60,000 and I can go back in when everybody comes collapsing down and I can buy back into the market. So imagine I pull out, I take 60 and I put it into BTC that grows 50% every single year, crushing the hurdle rate once again. This is how the wealthy compound their wealth. Okay, the working class uses debt to buy liabilities to make them poorer, and the wealthy use debts to buy assets that make them wealthier. So let's walk through that again. Okay, I use life insurance to protect my principal. So now I'm pulling profits. As the markets come collapsing down, my 100,000 here is protected. I can now use the insurance company's money, OPM, at low margin, 5%, to go buy an asset that beats the hurdle rate. Now here's the cool thing. You go back into a market cycle where the markets go back up. I take profits from this asset right here, and boom, I pay off this loan, and now I have free assets. Okay, let me repeat that. The working class and the working poor use debt to buy liabilities that take away from their future selves. The wealthy use tools like life insurance, the secret of the wealthy, to become their own banks to leverage to buy more assets. That's the biggest thing that you want to understand in this new cycle that we're going into. This is all there is, guys. There's only interest in the system. Okay, there's more debt than there is income in America. It's 120% debt to income ratio. China is at 300%. Japan's at 500%. So there's no real money in the system. You're paid in debt. So you're either earning it, okay, or you're paying it. That's it. So you need to learn how to get out of this, get out of debt, and move your income into earning interest. And this is one way that I do it, okay? It's one part of my capital DR strategy. CAPL plus DR. De-risk, 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 off into protection, leverage, and then repeat the process right here. That's how winning is done, guys. It's called currency for a reason. Money wants to move through the system. Money doesn't want to sit. Wherever money is sitting, guess what they're doing with your money? They're getting interest income, fee income, and capital markets income. So it's time to take sovereignty of your wealth. It's time to learn how the wealthy actually operate and become the generational shifter in your family. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together.